Hey, what's up, guys? I am currently, I know I'm a little bit early this particular stream. That's because I'm doing a piece that's a little bit larger than what I've done in the past. Um, so I thought I would have all my inks set up by now, but I'm actually going to be using three colors, hopefully, and testing out one of those theories that one of my good friends had mentioned about white and having to go a wee bit on the deeper side um, to get a good white in. So I'm using a little bit of red and a lot more black and a lot more white. So I'll go ahead and try to get you guys a good camera angle for what it is that I'm working with here. And Same setup as yesterday, since this is a little bit earlier. Brown liquid, totally nutritious. It's got all my vitamins and minerals. Vitamin D for drunk. Not really. This is also why I'm not a professional. Okay, so this is a guy I worked on yesterday. Hey, he's so cute. I'm telling you, man. Like I saw this thing and I was like, oh yeah, this is beast. I will definitely have to highlight him. It's kind of weird getting this angle here. All right, there we go. There we go. Look, I have a stream closed captioner. Thanks, bot. Okay, deleted. All right, so this is what I'm working on today. I've gone ahead and applied the stencil. It's a little bit warm here in Georgia, so it's kind of bled a little bit. But you can see here, like none of it's really coming off now. So this is good news. That means that the stencil's pretty much set, and I can begin the actual act of putting ink in here. Now, I started a little bit early today, so I don't expect anybody who would be normally following my schedule to really pop up. I did send some of you guys, messages letting you know I was going to be on. I'm glad that you guys could join me. I understand that you guys are busy tonight doing a thing that we all love to do, and that's doing some role playing. I mean, if it's not obvious, I have a little bit of nerd in me, so and there's no shame to that. I think it used to be, excuse me, back in the probably the 80s and early 90s, like maybe an outcast, but no one wanted to be a nerd. Now it's like everyone and their brother wants to play D&D or get into the tabletop aspect of like Cyberpunk because the video game launched garbagely, which I'm using that. So you might notice this session I'm also sitting a little bit lower. I got a different chair. I'm using a wooden chair as opposed to my normal, very comfortable plush office chair that I wrap in plastic wrap. This one, so what happened was I use some green soap to disinfect things and kind of clear things off. And I tell you, hey, my dog made an appearance. Woo! I tell you, like, it's fine to disinfect with that. It's even fine whenever it gets on the chair. The problem is that not everyone likes the smell of what a tattoo shop, smells like, and green soap is what it smells like if it's a clean tattoo shop. So even though it's dry, it still kind of stayed. The smell kind of stayed, which isn't. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of like everyone says the color or the smell, the smell of clean is pine. I think the smell of clean is actually green soap. So I'm sitting a little bit lower. There are some bonuses to this. That means that my microphone is a little bit more directed towards my face right now. I'm not sure how it's going to be once I'm bending down and really getting into this. So I guess we'll see. Also, if this is your first time, being on here, that's cool. Glad that you're here. This is not a how-to. It's not a tutorial. This, my friends, is a journey. So I know that sounds cheesy, but if you're going to get a tattoo, I say it every time, go to a professional, have a professional do your tattoo. They get paid to make sure that, one, they're paying for all that training that they had as apprentices. They're paying for all the sterilization of everything. They're paying to make sure that the client is happy. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of exploring different things and seeing how different things work. And so this is more of an experiment pretty much every time that I do this, and that's fine. That's what I'm doing it for. So some of you, in my tags for this stream, I have anxiety and PTSD and even disabled veteran. Like that's a thing. So I went ahead and put that on there in case anyone's looking for something in the future. Get go on, be gone, filthiness. But yeah, in case someone is looking in the future for some way to cope, this is how I'm doing it. I am transitioning back into civilian life, and I don't really understand exactly what that means. So as I'm doing it, the last thing that I did before I joined the military was I was actually a graphic designer. I did icons, logos, like all kinds of stuff, advertisements galore. I did some illustration for Hot Wheels. And then whenever I joined the military, the last thing I wanted to do was what everyone expected you to do, which was paint this big giant mural, which I always said no. I didn't care what rank was asking. And give me a tattoo, which I never thought I would do. But here we are. So this is my machine. This is the cartridge I'm using today. This is the same one that I've been using for the past two days. Not the same cartridge, same size. Let me make that clear. And so it's a 12 size needle, which is what they consider to be standard. 7 grouping, which is a little bit large, but I really like how things turn out. And I did some shading with this liner on this, so I am learning a little bit of control as far as being able to not just stab myself and have ink go everywhere for the most part. Ink does go everywhere. Never mind about that. But ink doesn't just stab down in my leg and turn into a big black spot. So that means that I must have some idea of control with this, or at least I'm getting there. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over some of these pieces, these lines in here with black, and just outline it as good as I can. I'm planning on doing this part of the blade right here in red, and then everything that's outlined out here, I plan on filling in with white. No black outline on that. I'm kind of curious how it'll turn out. I might even do a little bit of really light black shading around the area just to see if I can make it pop a little bit more. So we'll see. And you know what? There's one thing that I did forget. So if you guys will forgive me for 1 second, I have to go get a little cup of water so I can rinse out my needle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go right there. All right. So sorry about that. That's oversight by me. Luckily, I have some water rather close by. So fresh water. All right, sorry about that. All right, so got my water, got my leg, got my cartridges. Another thing that I did, which I'll talk about while I'm actually going to town here. Another thing that I did was I actually changed the. Geez, these things are messy. I actually changed the tag for my channel, which I know that sounds like not at all crazy, but I noticed that like everybody who's doing tattoos, they have it under body art, and that's what I have it under too for a while. But I see all these like really highly respected artists and they're getting like 2 viewers. And I see this dude who's making puppets out of oranges on art, and my bro's got like, I don't know, like twice as many viewers. Not a lot, but still, like, these people, like, they work their butts off, and I know because I have absolutely no idea what it is that I'm doing. Um, that's not true. I'm learning slowly but surely. Um, I should really get a better stretch on that. I'm trying, but I'm also trying not to put too much pressure on the newer pieces off to the side there. So something that has come up a couple of times while I'm doing this is the speed at which I move. So I'm purposefully going a little bit slower, which is why I started a little bit earlier. It wasn't even my idea. My lovely wife was like, "Hey, that's a bigger piece than you normally do. I think maybe you should start a little bit earlier." And what that means, that's code for, "Hey, that's a bigger piece, and you need to start a little bit earlier." If you're not married, maybe you think that that's that kind of subtlety is common. Um, Subtlety is common. The understanding, for some reason, whenever you get married, uh, you lose all that. Even the best husbands have no idea sometimes what it is that their wives are saying. I try. Right now, my buddies are, rolling their percentile dice, checking to see if they see the treasure, the hidden door. Meanwhile, uh, I got a big giant axe with my first scroll. It says love. And I didn't even use hearts. I have a little diamond on here. Pretty rad. My line work is actually getting a little bit better, even though I still have a slightly shaky hand. Um, and I am sure, like, looking at this, I'll be like, oh yeah, my line work is looking pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm not talking shit. I'm saying I'm jealous. uh, I think I was invited to that game, and then it hit me that jumping in, the DM might not like that too much if I just jump in without really knowing what's going on. I mean, actually, you guys might not either. I mean, y'all have been through. I know how he is as a DM. It's not like you guys haven't been through stuff. I mean, he's a great DM. What I'm saying is, he definitely doesn't make things like easy. I swear there's like places on my leg where there are just nerves, just sticking out for no good reason. I'm sorry, man. Like, I can't since I moved my chair. I might be able to move it a little bit like that. Is that a little bit better? Come down here. I want to make sure that every important thought that I have is heard, of course. might say something important, something drastically world changing, you know. You might figure out world peace. One of the punk bands that I used to listen to back in the day, they had the right answer for world peace. I'm not going to give it away though. You have to go and listen to every punk band out there. Try to figure it out for yourself. So part of me wants to like really get in here and do this, and the other part of me says that Gary here is bringing up a really good point by not being able to hear me. I don't know what's more important. You know, the permanence of my tattoo or how awesome my thoughts are on tattooing. Whew. Just gonna get a quick dab here, see where we're at. I think that's turning out okay so far. We'll see. Like yesterday, I thought that I had some pretty good lines, and then I washed it. Just took some of the green soap and just sprayed it on there to see where I was, and there was like these teeny tiny little scratches. I was like, oh no! I had to go over every single line all over again. I would much rather go deeper. I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to blow things out, you know. I'd almost rather go too deep than sit here and have the go over the same things multiple times. It just hurts once it starts welting up, you know, like your skin is basically reacting the same way it would, you know, to a bee sting, you know, like it's like what the hell, and then it welts up to protect itself. He's not cheating. He doesn't cheat. I've heard he doesn't cheat. I've heard he's got really good rolls. Like really good. One of the guys they're playing with, is he on here by any chance? Or did he just say, yeah, I'll join and then like not? Or did he say, no, I ain't joining? I just don't want to talk mad smack if he's, you know, not here to hear it. I heard he makes his own fate. I'll say that. And, my cat's already starting his business. So for y'all that really enjoy coming to my channel for insane cat attacks, I just, you know, I say that I changed chairs for, you know, sanitary purposes, but I'll be honest with you, I changed chairs because my cat, you know, I wanted to give him the good one, and I would take the bad one. I figure that's the right thing to do, right? So today I worked on one of the other designs that a little bit more ambitious even than this one, which this is a big deal for me. I don't know. This is probably like a 5 or 10 minute job for the talented out there, but and experienced. But seeing as how I'm not really either one of those things, this takes me a little bit longer, which again is why I started a little bit earlier. But yeah, I worked on the plans for this one piece that I'm really excited about. Um, it's kind of like two panels that I plan on doing one on each above each knee, slightly lower than where this is right now. You guys see okay? Is that good? I'm gonna pretend. Yes, we can see just fine. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for making it to my 10th episode. No big deal, guys. It's just number 10. Woo. Number 10. I think that's a pretty big deal. I can't remember the last time I did 10 of anything straight without, especially not something like this. I wish I had like a giveaway for my most loyal fan. Um, I did give him a 21-year-old bottle of miniature bottle of scotch. 21-year-old bottle of scotch. It was not good, which is why I gave it to him. But also because I think he's okay. I trust him with my cat. Also, tonight's like the first time that I've been doing this that I haven't had like a runny nose. It's because if you make your body completely uninhabitable by other things, then you'll stay healthy. What? Sometimes you'll see me kind of like I'm thinking, like, where do I want to start this line? Where do I want to end it? Am I going to be able to end it? Am I going to be able to guess? Um, you know, so I'm like, you'll see me like, it's not like I'm completely ignorant of what's going on. Like, I know ink will come out, and I know it'll go in my leg, but how clean can we make that look? I think that's really what it is that I'm trying to do. And I would rather have the indecisive moment before I stick the needle in my leg than afterwards. So I do plan on doing some of the same types of shading that I did yesterday. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks a little bit more cartoony from the lack of experience in dealing that way. Hold on, guys. I got to talk off camera real quick. I like your outfit. I like your outfit. Thank you. I can't find my Ranger panties. I would like totally wash my Ranger panties every single day and wear that because it just makes all of this way more accessible. But it also makes other things way more accessible, so maybe that wouldn't be good. I think I'd get a short band, but I might also get some new followers. Oh, and no joke, like I seriously was going to sign up for OnlyFans and see if there was anybody that was interested in watching somebody tattoo on themselves. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet, though. I have a feeling like that would turn ugly real quick, but no pain, no gain or something. I don't know, something like that. They say stuff like that in the world. I don't know if they still say that. I think a lot of people would argue like, "Oh, you don't have to have any pain to gain." Maybe they're right. Maybe I've just been doing it wrong. Another thing that kind of confuses me too, and I'm just like another thing. But another thing that kind of confuses me is I can't see. Like I can see like to a certain degree I can see some of the viewers that I have, especially whenever they chime in on chat. But it seems like I'm missing a lot. Why is this doing this? Like this is nuts. Like nothing wrong with the needle itself. It's just there's a kind of this really odd like spray of ink. But I mean, if you're viewing this and you're not in chat, I mean, I kind of feel cheated. You know what? So demanding. I know. I really am. Somehow, my needle. I sh- this is gross. All right, so I shaved. That's what the problem is. I shaved the area that I'm in right now. I know it's hard to tell. It doesn't look any different than right below it. Uh, but I shaved the area that I'm in right now that I'm doing a tattoo in, and one of the hairs that I cut got stuck in the needle grouping, and so it was just like spraying ink. This is good to know. That way, the next time I have an issue with ink spraying all over the place, I can be like, wait a minute. Oh yeah. That feels great. Nothing like nothing like going over someplace you just went over. Whew, whew. Time to wax. Time to wax indeed. I'll do it. I will. It's going to cost $1 million. Um, I think at one time, like, not that anyone would ever take me seriously, but I think at one time, like, I tried to volunteer for full body electrolysis. Just you know how much time that would save? So much time. So much time. Not like I need to shave all the time on the rest of my body, but I don't see fashion trends going towards like a trend where being super uber hairy is like the cool hottest thing. Yeah, plus size models, dudes wearing like ambiguous like marshmallow suits or whatever in high fashion, like stuff like that. No volume, only chat. No total volume. You guys need to hear me scream. Um, yeah, I don't ever see anybody being like, oh, so hairy, so sexy. It's not. I don't think that's a thing. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody thinks it's like the hottest thing ever. But I'm gonna say probably not. Oh, does not feel good, y'all. I don't have that one yet. Maybe that one I'll put on the OnlyFans. Watch the hairiest dude ever get waxed. It'd be like 12 hours of me just screaming. I probably have to have like yeah, I probably have to have a like some sort of blood donation or something. Okay, before I load that back up, let's see where we are. Really quick spray for this. Shake this up. Thumb, thumb over that. All right. That's not bad. That O's a little funky. I could add a little bit more to that. Give it a little bit more weight. I think it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. I really do appreciate you guys coming. Like this is great. Like every once in a while you chime in, give me something to talk about, something to lose my train of thought over. It's great. Thought I heard my wife in the background here giggle. She knows how easy it is for me to lose my train of thought. So it doesn't take much. It used to, dude. Now it don't. Now the great thing about going over this one is that you can add a little bit of weight. Some of these other letters that I think might look a little too light. They might fade over time. lose legibility. Yeah. Oh, this is, you remember that crazy, awful, bad whiskey that I had the other night in the great big giant jug? That's what I'm drinking. It's not that bad. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good once you have one glass of it and it makes your tongue go numb. Angry Orchard's pretty good too. Um, I mean, I don't drink it as much as what I used to. I never really did drink it a lot, but really like it. It's definitely one of those drinks that kind of you're like, oh, it's pretty good. I'll just I'll just have another one, and then another one turns into another two or three, and then you're assed out on the floor, wondering like why why did they make apples be able to do such an awesome thing? Oh, it happened again. Another that is nuts. All right, so I think on top of shaving, another good practice would be just to, after you shave, just go ahead and take a shower. Go ahead and do that because you're gonna need it. I'm just gonna go around some of these parts a little bit more. I just want to make sure that they're bold enough to withstand, a little bit of some of the shading and stuff that I'm gonna be doing on the side. Yeah, if I was drinking tequila, things would be mighty different right now. I'd be banned from being on Twitch. I don't know what it is. Like alcohol is alcohol is alcohol. Like scientifically, it's all the same stuff. It doesn't matter like what the vehicle is. According to science. But I swear, man, like I've seen that whenever like I always had that one friend who was like, "Oh, I can't drink that. It'll make me mean." I don't have anything that makes me mean that I know of. Man, tequila does a thing. That's for sure. Coming at this at a really odd angle. So mostly so I can see what it is that I'm doing, but also because things aren't challenging enough whenever you don't. Uh, there's that spot. I think I have like just like a really close to the surface nerve or something. What if I just started bawling right now? What if I just like, oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, I hurt so bad. I wonder if I would just stop or if I would just keep going. Who knows? Who knows? We don't have to play that game. Well. While I'm here, I think I'll go ahead and start on some of the shading before we get to any other color. Trying real hard not to. White is a difficult thing to keep white if you start playing around with anything. So I will need my handy dandy reference book for this just to make sure that I get the shading in the right places. Um, Overall, I think that doesn't look too bad. This is one that I did a little bit earlier, so it should be. Oh crap! Yeah, there it is. All right, then we'll just put the old ribbon right here. All right, so this is what it is I'm working off of, and this is what it is that I have. That's pretty accurate. We'll go with that. Okay, but I have some shading in here. Now, the way that I did it on the paper was I used the hatching, which I really love the look of the hatching, but I also like the idea of just trying to work in some of the shading, like I did with the cute Thulu up here. So I'm going to continue down that path and see if I can get that going right, because I really like how that turned out. I really do. Let's see. Sorry, guys. All right. Look, I'm not really. I used one of the medium ink holders, the top hats, and somehow like this is not significantly bigger than. It's bigger, but it's not significantly bigger than some of the designs that I've done in the past. And this time, this thing is just. I don't know if it's my skin or if it's really the design itself. Um, it's really sucking up some ink here. Thanks, I appreciate it. It's kind of hard to, of course, I want it to look good, but sometimes I feel like I might have parent syndrome. And what I'm talking about? Like, these people that have a kid, they're all talking about, oh, my kid's the cutest. And then you see the kid, and the kid looks like not the cutest. I'm not gonna get too personal there with, how people's kids look or whatever. But sometimes you're just like, yeah, real cute. Like they pull a little thing back on the stroller, and you're like, oh, like that. Oh, snap! Did y'all hear that little pop? That was my needle actually hitting the bottom of the well. I'm gonna need some more ink. It's fine. We all need more ink in our lives. So there's kind of a red tinge to the to that shading. There's a reason for that. Um, that would be my own irritated skin, along with some blood. No bigs, happens. All right, I'm giving it a wash. See where we're sitting. I don't want to. I'm starting to lose a little of the definition around the piece, which I'm a little bit worried about. So I'm just trying to see where we sit. I got a couple more spots to shade in with the black before I switch over to the red, and then oh, good, yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm glad you can. I'm glad everyone can. Everyone can join in. Not everyone's going to join in. I know Goofy Palmer's probably has an early bedtime, so that's always a good feeling and a bad feeling because now you have to hear about how you didn't contribute to the battle enough or something. I don't know. I would because I play a bard, so I just kind of sit off to the side and sing pretty songs to make things better. Um, I like playing the bard though. I've never played one up until this time. Gelatinous cube strikes again. All right, I'll get that back in focus here. And, I'm gonna come right in here, and then preemptively I'm gonna go over here, just kind of shade this up, and then I think on the outside of this handle, I am actually going to do some of the closer to the hatch work. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, this is a thirsty cartridge, man. This thing loves drinking this ink. All right. So that uh, combination piece that I'm working on, the one with an image on each knee, that one I was working on that today, and I was using I've got some reference pieces. Uh, I kind of um, sketched around them, brought them back into the computer, into the only graphics program that I have right now, which is Illustrator, and I'm not going to have that for too much longer. This subscription business is just it's for the birds, man. Like I don't care what it is. Like at this point, like if it's not entertaining to me, I'm just wondering why I can't buy it myself, like outright. But anyway, enough of that. Uh, sorry. But yeah, these subscription things. I can't afford Illustrator and Photoshop and all the cool things that I feel like would be beneficial to designing. But especially like after running into what I ran into today, which is I only have so much space on my legs before I get to my knees. Before the pieces are just going to be too small. And so here I am standing in front of a window, with all these pieces of paper taped up, trying to trace out the sketches that I did, that I put inside the computer and then printed out. I don't know, it's just a big pain. Um, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Totally worth it. No lie. Definitely worth it. I kind of wish, like, I used to have like whenever, because I was in college, graphic design, and I used to have the Adobe Creative Suite, the CS, Adobe Illustrator CS, Photoshop CS, all those things. And like honestly, like from what I can understand, I mean they added some features, but not like I'm going to pay a subscription amount of features. I mean, if I'm not making money off of it, I guess it's the thing, right? Like if there's something there that's like, yeah, this will pay for your subscription so you can keep doing this. Yeah, sweet. Like let's play with that idea. I like that. Let's do that. But like why I don't know, I don't feel like there's enough people in the world that are making, so much money that they can just here's $30 a month, just take my money, yo. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. If I do say so myself, this might be the second one of these tattoos I've given myself that I actually pay for. Just saying. Just saying. It's progress, y'all. That is progress. So if you guys are just coming back or coming on for the first time, I'm glad you are here. As I've said before, having someone to kind of talk to during this is, I don't know, I think it's a wonderful thing. You know, I am so not a professional. The only tattoos I've done are the tattoos that are on my body. I have a drawer sitting in front of me at the desk that I'm at right now that has a lovely product in it called Fake Skin, and I have 5 sheets of it, and I paid money for them. And even though it was not a lot of money, and my skin is forever, my skin is also free. So, so I don't know. It's weird math. I know. Just hit the side of that stupid well again. Man, I'm having a blast with this black. I mean, it's a good thing that I think sometimes it's cool that I have things sterilized, but it's it's also cool that I have things that are marked off. It's keeping that from getting on my desk. So now I'm going with some smaller, a little bit deeper, more deliberate strokes. This is just some dimensional kind of hatching that I'm doing. It should be, I mean, honestly, it should be just barely even noticeable, um, which is why I'm not going, it's a little bit deeper than the shading that I was doing on the scroll. At the same time, kind of goes with the curvature and whatnot of the handle for this outrageous axe. Right? So I haven't actually even decided, like, whenever I see an axe, I think something, I think about this tool that's it's sharp, right? It's efficient. It does what it is it's supposed to do. Um, maybe it's not like uh, graceful, but it's I said it does what it's supposed to do. And it does it well. And so that's why I wanted to use this. Like, I mean, there's a lot of imagery and a lot of things. Some of these stuff that I've put on myself in the past week and a half, 2 weeks or whatever. It's just been fun. There's no real meaning behind it. There's been a little bit of thought to the people that it reminds me of. Um, some of them are directly like related to people that I know and love. And some of them have like a just a symbolism that's universal. And this axe, like, it seems kind of weird to have an axe and then a scroll that says love. Like, it's not like I've been burned by love or anything like that. Quite the opposite. I've been very blessed. Um, but like I said, I mean, this isn't a tool like that's known for its finesse. I mean, this is very much a tool that gets the job done. And I feel like that's kind of the experience that I've had with love, successful love in my life. Is it doesn't beat around the bush and lie or pretend it's something that it's not. It really does the thing that it was meant to do, and it does it efficiently, and it's some strength. So I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about you, boo. Um, but I didn't know, like, some people are like, Viking axe. Well, nope, that's not really. That's definitely not what I'm going for. Like, that's not what's happening here. Um, I would say more, and it's not really a fireman's axe, although that does the thing too, right? It's kind of an in between on that, and that's why it's got the crooked handle. It's more an exaggerated, I guess, fireman's axe than anything else. All right, let's play some games, y'all. See what I am. So we did the axe blade, the tip, sharp part of the axe blade, in black. Now, luckily, I do have this reference to go by because I've wiped off so much of my stencil. I feel it's a wee bit ridiculous. But we'll get here, guys. We'll get here. I expect the first few lines, as important as and as much as I'd love them to be a first time pass, I just cleaned out this cartridge in water, so I don't expect that to be. I don't expect that to be a first time pass kind of line. I expect this to be kind of a watery, I hate you kind of line. And something about working with this red ink, like you see my hands are kind of a little bit shaky because like I know it's not blood and I don't have any problem with blood, but like, you know, it's like blood. And if it was blood, guess whose blood it'd be? Guess my blood. Well, that'd be correct. That would be correct. Let's see how this goes here. Trying to think this goes right here. Let's move it in there. I want this to stick. I want this to be vibrant as all get out. Okay. And I really just started that line right in the middle because I am brave. What was I thinking? That is not how you do it, folks. Don't start your line in the middle. This goes right here. Oh, indeed, y'all. That just worked out so nice. Our blood. Well, it's not a hammer and sickle. It's just an axe, buddy. I think that's my blood. Pretty sure that's my blood. Oh yeah, that feels great. So Turkey Noodle, I'm glad you could join me tonight. Uh, I've got some white ink that we're going to be throwing down, and I'm going to be throwing down quite a lot of it. So we're going to see if if I need to slow down or if I need to go deeper. It is exciting. It's very exciting. I mean, I'm scared. All right, we'll put a little bit more of this red on there, and then we're going to rinse and see where we are, and then we're going to hop back right back into it. Make sure I get this right. All right, time to do a rinse. My esophagus. I'm empty. Donate. All right. Speaking of, where the hell's Bagwell at? Pretty sure he owes me. Okay. So I think this is going to look a little bit better. I'm going to hit it again with the red one more time, just around those areas. But these areas that seem like they're a little bit muddy, that's actually, so the stencil is still there. It didn't wipe away or anything. So the red is, I mean, I'm not going to say it's on top of that, but I mean, technically, I guess it is. But once the stencil wears away, then the red should shine through a little bit more. That being said, I really want it to be bolder if that's the case. You know, I don't. I like the idea that I came up with this, but I also want the education. Yeah, he is jagbagging somewhere. Old Bagwell, Joe Bagwell, the jagbagger. He's probably drinking all the Jameson in the house. Just saying, I'm not salty about it. It's only been, what, 3 years now. Still haven't gotten a bottle of Jameson from him. So I think I'm going to switch over to a round shader whenever it comes time to apply the white. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not trying to use this liner to fill in all that area around this axe and all its lovely surrounding areas. It just does not sound like anything even remotely close to pleasant. Get in there, needle. Don't be shy. Ooh, that's a rough one right there. I didn't even know you like Jameson, man. You're always drinking that scotch, not that Irish whiskey. Or would you just do that to make me upset? I feel like you would send me a video of you drinking it. To run it up. Right. And another rinse. It's blood everywhere. Except it's not. It's this awesome red ink. I think this one's going to be sore tomorrow. So we might be switching to the other leg. I like it. I'll keep it. And I might go in and actually, at some point in time, like color that in. But I really like the way it looks, so uh, not that not that big of a deal. Like I said earlier, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab one of these. I should have had it out already, I guess, but let me see if I have a larger shader than that. Actually, I do, and this will be my first time using one of these, so looks sharp. All right, so this is a larger needle grouping. Still should be pretty exact, but this will be my first time using this. And this is instead of a 7 grouping, this is a 9. I don't know if I can. I always try to do this. I always try to show you guys, and it always fails. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. And there is no there is no red in the white ink that I have right now. So any pink, if blood disgusts you, you're about to have a fun time, because I'm pretty sure with what I have to do here, it's going to be there's going to be some bleed through. All right, let's go ahead and soak up some of that white. This is a learning experience. It's huge. I know. All right, let's start here. Bro, it just dumped all this ink out on me. It is so exciting. Something tells me I don't have enough white ink tonight. Okay, so one thing right off the bat is that I told my got some on my hand. Just wipe that around. Told my friend that it's not the depth of the ink. Yeah, turkey noodle. I told you it's not the depth of the ink; it's the speed. And then I just go in hand and just start like flying. So let me slow down. Hope this white actually gets absorbed into the skin like it's supposed to. Instead of just like going absolutely nuts with it. This is what I was worried about, like as far as like time consumption. Like holy crap. And I don't want to get too close to that red because I don't want to end up with a pink right there. Although there might be some blue through. And if there's no big deal with that either. I'll just go back in with some red at another time once this is healed up a little bit more, and give that a good change. I feel like the needle on this one isn't being thrown out as much, so There we go. That might help out. Seemed like it was a lot easier to get the needle pushed farther out with the liner than it is the shader. All right. Keep having to tell myself to slow down. I think for some of the larger spaces, like for the most part, like some of this is just this like one like little off put from the black lining that I did, just kind of offset just a wee bit. Um, and then I've got like a pretty large area inside here. You know, it's showing up at all. I'm so my skin is so pale as it is. Like I don't feel like the white is really gonna you know. People are like, what are you doing? Can't really see what's going on there. I'll come back up here because I don't think that I did a good job up here. So what's everyone doing tomorrow? Anyone anyone doing anything exciting, or is it all just kind of more of the same from the last time? let's see, what am I doing? I think I had something on my calendar that I should probably do, but I can't remember what it is. I'm sure it was like really important. I put everything into my phone anymore so that I know if something's really important. Like I'll get something like a couple hours before it's like, an issue. And I'll be like, oh man, totally forgot I had to do that. Is that the one that you play with your brother? The one tomorrow? You playing anything now? You still playing Tiny Tina's? I was just curious about how, if there is a storyline, how good it is. Seems like there's a theme, but I don't know. It could be way off. It might be really, really in depth. I don't know. Oh, okay. I guess it is getting kind of late for us old folk. I was curious. Like, I know it's like a parody. Um, I guess where I was getting kind of confused is just how, like, if there's anything where there's an actual like rule set involved, or if it's just all about like just straight up looter shooter all the way. Because I mean, I do I love a good looter shooter. I can't get behind. I don't know. Just don't like the aesthetic maybe. Holy crap. I can tell you, I don't feel like I'm going any deeper with this. And, yeah, I know that this is a larger needle grouping, but oh man, I did not expect it to be so intense. Hmm. Makes sense. Oh, this is something else. This leg has deserved, it has earned it. It has earned a vacation. It has been beat up the past couple of days. We will be back moving to old lefty tomorrow. Good old lefty. See that okay? Yeah. I don't want y'all to miss any moment. The sheer pain this is about. This one is. So this is something else. So difficult not to just like try to rush this. But I know what rushing it'll do, so. And I know I'm gonna have to go back. I already know I'm gonna have to go back over it. Oh man, whew. I know. Yeah, going too fast on anything. I like to, I tell my kids like I'm the laziest person I know because I like to try to get everything done right the first time. Because you just waste time if you have to do it over again. Ooh wee! Oh man, so that ink run. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that is. I'm gonna have to go back over that. Oh my gosh, it does. I mean, let me see if I can look at that under maybe a lower light setting. It's not. It's not bad. It needs some good touch ups. Like in the immediate before I chicken out about it. Um, yeah. Boop. Oh, hey, what's cool is that now normally I'd be 45 minutes into this thing. This is taking a long time. This is big. This is a big dude. Um, I was kind of expecting it to be pretty pretty labor intensive, but I did not. I wasn't expecting it quite to be like this much. I mean, just shaking up some ink there. Uh, Again, turkey noodle. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if you have to go any deeper, but I will say that ink, the white ink is. I can. I mean, maybe it's the white ink combined with the larger needle grouping. It's pretty. That's pretty rough, man. This is not what I would call like the most comfortable. I'm gonna have to dip into more of this lubrication here. So, oh yeah, because it is. Whoo, man, she's a tough one. All right. I'm just gonna go over this whole thing because that is the pain. I ain't gonna lie. If you have white on your tattoo, you are a beast as far as I'm concerned. Uh, I don't know what I'm ever gonna use this this shader for. I'm so scared to use it again. I'm so worried. Like I just set myself up for pain all the time. Pain every time that I touch this thing. 9 round shader, you're gonna die. All right. I think I actually got pretty good up here. Part of most of the blade, it looks like I did a pretty good job. And in all honesty, I did go over it a couple of times. Technically, 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 I went over it a couple of times. It would probably help too if I was a little bit more exact up and down with this shader at this point, so that it's all 9 of those needles going in there instead of coming at an angle and just doing some major trauma where it's not necessary. I'm speaking theory here because I've never done this before, but um, probably a reason I've heard that theory. I'm sure y'all can see like my hand is like shaking. This is uncomfortable. I'm so glad that you have first row seats to this, so you can see this is not pleasant. Yeah, not talking so much now that I got a bunch of needles sticking in me. You know what? We're gonna push this a little bit faster. We're gonna move the same speed, but we're gonna have these needles be a little bit more active here. I feel like they could be. Maybe in doing so, that slow penetration with the white might actually be a little bit more pronounced, giving us a little bit more success pushing this color in. I'm really impressed with this little machine too. Like this thing, like it doesn't have any give, which is kind of terrible. That was one of the things that really got dinged for because most of these direct drive machines they don't, man. They're just like they're all about just shoving needles in your skin without any care how you feel about it. Um, I can kind of hear a little bit of a reasonable amount of feedback um, from the whenever the needle starts bogging down on my skin. That's always a good thing, right? Like, and I guess that feedback is something that otherwise like kind of more of the other rotary drives, the ones that are with the pen style and stuff like that, they give a little bit, so they're not supposed to cause quite as much trauma. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't see a way. I don't see a way you couldn't cause, some sort of trauma with this grouping. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I was doing a color that shows up a little bit better, I just really wanted to kind of try to highlight the area on the outside to see if that made the inside of the design pop. And and I think just judging from the amount of overworking that I have to do to the skin at this point, um, I'm not really going to know. I'm not going to know how it, how it affects the design until a much later time, whenever it's no longer bleeding. And I think I'm going to have to, after this round, I might have to touch up a couple of areas just to make sure it's uniform. But I think past that point, I'm just going to have to, just kind of let it heal and then come back and hit it again. Uh, you know, maybe with the red as well. Maybe something about this size for boldness as well. I got so many of these little tiny tattoos that I've done over the past, few days or whatever, that I know there's additional work to be done with them. And so I guess that's good because I really enjoy just firing up the machine and doing something. But I have to continue to work some of these designs and everything because I know uh, I only have so much time and so much skin. So there's some other things that I wanted to do this tonight, but I think once I get done with this round of white, I think I'm gonna have to kind of call it for tonight and maybe revisit this once it heals up. I think we're looking at, I asked one of my people who doesn't know that, I'm taking a lot of her advice. It was almost like a mentor between her and another person that I follow on YouTube. Like they really seem to have their stuff together, and they have the personality uh, of teachers. Like they really care about the craft, and they've developed their own art for it. But I asked her, how long you should go. If you're not doing color all in one session, how long should you wait before you jump in and start, doing color, for a separate session? And she was like 2 weeks, you know. So I've got a couple of these that I'm starting to come up on the 2 week time frame, and maybe I'll add color to them. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll work some shading, something along those lines. Yeah, that's true. But I would really like to be able to not ruin my friends. Bless you. Oh, bless you. And I'd like to keep my friends my friends. I think it's kind of hard whenever you like jack up their skin really bad. All right, one more quick round. Just like super quick. This is the last time I'm really going to be able to touch it for a couple weeks. Might as well go ahead and get in what I can. Try not to do too much more damage here. Not damage, but I mean it is damage, but let's see where we stand. Even if I have just like a highlight around this, I'll be happy with it. But it's not exactly what it was that I was going for with just a highlight. Like I really wanted a really bright white, you know, outline here. Um, and I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. Like I said, it's okay if it doesn't. I'll be happy with even a highlight at this point. Just judging from what it is that I'm looking at, this is not. This is definitely not an easy color to work with. I think you can do some faux hard shines, like on a glassy or metallic kind of finish of a tattoo with white, and it's gonna look pretty good. Or like just use something like this round shader just to uh, put in like a highlight, like a sunshine shining through on something. But I have no idea how you do like a hard white outline. Like this is, I have a feeling there's a better way. And then, like all of this space in here too. All right. We're gonna have to call it on that because I don't see how it could how I'd be able to actually get that any better this evening. Um, oh, oh, that cold liquid feels so good. I have to spray some more on there. This white ink is like it's thick. It's thick as oatmeal. It's thick with two C's. All right, one last time here. Oh, man. I say one last time. I'm probably gonna do it again. All right. So I can still see some of the stencil in there. I don't know. Um, these areas like in here and right in here where there's more of a fill type thing. I definitely need to hit that with like a like a magnum curved or straight, probably curved, just so I have the mobility of getting in there. So we'll see what sticks after 2 weeks, but I'm trying to get that in there. Thank you. Whew. That's tough. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. Like, I really appreciate it. I knew this one was going to take a little bit of time. That was rough. That was 2 hours of stabbing myself. Oh man, I don't know. Whew. But anyway, again, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys coming in and saying hi, seeing what was going on. Let me know what happened with the D&D game. Really appreciate that as well. I'm just, I know a thin coat of this. No, man, we're slathering this on. Oh, so much pain. But yeah, this is. I would pay for that. I'd pay for it. As long as I could come back and know that I could get the more inner parts of this, not just the outer, highlighted like that. I like it. That's not what Gary said. Gary said you're just aren't good at the game. Yeah, exactly. Roll better, son. Anyway, thanks again, guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but this was number 10, and I appreciate you guys showing up and chiming in and hanging out. Check for traps. You know what? That is probably that's one of those things that should make your top 10 list of rules as a human. Don't do that. Like in life. If you don't do that in life, why would you do that? Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, sorry. I started really early this time, and I actually, this is about the time I normally pop off because I play with some fairly small designs, but I do appreciate you showing up. I'm sorry that you came in late, but late for me. I don't know. Not necessarily for my scheduled time, but I appreciate it. Thanks for showing support. And I know at this particular time, my Twitch channel will only handle 15 backups, um, or 15 days worth of backups. So I have been taking the recordings and putting them on YouTube. So if you can't see it, if you can't see it, then yeah, please check it out on YouTube, and check it out there. That's cool. Thanks for showing up, Dynamic String. You're awesome. Thanks, Turkey Noodle, Gary. You guys are great. Of course, Sunny Wonder. I just don't know. Like, I never see you. I never get to talk to you. So it's good that you showed up as well. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow if you have time. Uh, hopefully, I'll have something special to do tomorrow as well. Every one of these is my babies. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.